Hey guys, this is Anna, your newly awakened shaman, and welcome to Illuminating Stories. Hey guys, this is Anna. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I thought I'd check in and share messages that have been coming through very, very strongly from the spirit world and amplified by what I've been feeling so strongly in my heart. I know that things are progressively getting worse, and I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be on this path and what it means to be of service. Honestly, when you take away all the labels and titles, monetary value that we put on things and ourselves, all we have is each other. And I'm going to offer some changes that I'm making to my practice. And if you're interested in learning more about those changes, then keep on watching. If you have been feeling like your anxiety has been out of control, your fear is now amplified not only for the virus itself and its potential impact to you or your family, but now exacerbated because of the uncertain economy, whether you're going to lose your job, where your next income is going to come from. Here's how I want to support you. I don't believe that if you need help, especially during this incredibly unprecedented time, money should be the last thing that you have to worry about to receive the help and the healing that you need so you can get back on track and figure things out from a space of objectivity, clarity, and self-love. So I'm going to share a little bit more about myself and to kind of give you a little background and context about me and this path. A little over a year ago, I was working in corporate. I was a senior executive in compliance and risk management, leading teams and earning multiple six-figure income. And about a year ago, so March 9th of last year, I had a shamanic awakening and I was called to serve. And I'm gonna create a whole separate video talking about what led me to that awakening and all that. But for right now, saying yes to that calling involved coming to terms with saying goodbye to the career that I've built and worked so hard for over 16 years, and saying yes to what I knew in my heart was my purpose, and saying yes to being scared, saying yes to being open to finally receiving the healing that I so desperately needed, and saying yes to uncertainty around how I was going to support myself and my family financially and when that was going to happen. That's the thing about the spirit world, guys, is the amount of love and support they have for you. I cannot possibly express in human emotions or words or even human language. Like, it's just not possible. And I've learned as I developed my relationship with the spirit world that all I needed to do was trust and just take action as I felt guided and as I felt led by the spirit world, which is directly connected to my heart and all of your hearts, to be honest. We all have that ability to be connected. It's a miracle that we were supported through it all financially, and it just happened in unexpected ways, but over time I've learned to trust that by walking this path and by continuing to say yes with the purest of intentions, that we will be supported. That being said, about 6 months ago, in one of my sessions in connecting with the spirit world, the messages that have come through was kind of unexpected, and it had a lot to do with not discontent, but they were disheartened by how so much of our suffering was man-made. And specifically, the key message that they brought up was the concept of money, and how the intention from the spirit world was for all of us to live abundantly and prosperously, with enough to go around for every single one of us to not live in that mindset of scarcity, but rather abundance. And how the intention was for us to coexist with each other by loving one another, taking care of one another, and more importantly, understanding that each of us as individuals is worthy, that no one is above or below anyone else, and we deserve to love ourselves unconditionally, to know our worth, that every single one of us is here for a purpose, and to live a very connected life, not only with others, but more importantly with ourselves. And ever since that session, having come newly transitioned from that corporate lifestyle, earning multiple six-figure, like money was the way of life. It's what I was so accustomed to, and felt like it was something that I was earning, and I had every right to enjoy it. But all of a sudden, after all the labels and titles and attachments that I had to material world was kind of stripped away, I guess, it really got me thinking more deeply about our existence, what they were talking about in terms of the societal confines and how everything we do in life revolves around achieving success, which in itself, there's nothing wrong with that. We all deserve to thrive and contribute to society, but how so many of us have really gotten lost in a sense that success and our desire to acquire money often came at the expense of others and causing harm to others in the process, and not always recognizing the effects of that. And what that's been ultimately leading to is feeling very detached from each other and ourselves, and just letting life pass by without fully appreciating the uniqueness that you offer to this world, and instead just focus so much on seeking external validation, because it is that external validation that often leads to your self-worth, and that self-worth is often tied to your titles, the labels you put on yourself, and how much money you're making. And what I've realized after going through my own healing journey is the profound love that I've felt for myself and others, the peace and the joy that I felt on a day-to-day, simply because I was no longer weighed down by my past stories. And to me, even if it meant that I will never make anywhere near what I was making in my past, it was worth it. And there's absolutely nothing that my past lifestyle or career can offer that would make me want to trade where I'm at as a person right now. And that's huge, guys. And so I've been really struggling since, officially stepping onto this path around that concept of money. I never quite felt right charging a fixed rate for my services. Meaning, I know that's how the system is set up right now for the most part. Unfortunately, I had to also set up my practice as a business for everything to be legal. But I hated the concept of the one-on-one sessions feeling like a transaction, because it really should not be. And what I mean by that is, one of the most important universal laws I've been taught is the concept of balance and energetic exchange. What I feel very guided by the spirit world and what's coming through emotionally so strongly for me is the value of that energy exchange should not be one size fits all. Because to me, I firmly believe that every single person that comes across my website, my Instagram, and hopefully soon YouTube, has found me for a reason. And if to a degree they resonate with who I am as a person, I don't want them to go onto my website, look at my pricing schedule, and feel like they can afford to work with me. I don't want that for anyone. But I felt so conflicted because before any of the coronavirus events started happening, I had to ask myself, am I feeling that way because deep down I haven't resolved my worthiness issues? And I had to sit with that for a little while and work with the spirit world to make sure that the intention behind that desire was pure and it was not self-defeating. And to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, admittedly, I was at a place where I was feeling really vulnerable because, guys, like when I first launched my practice just 2 months ago, I felt so tiny in the sea of giants where there were so many healers and teachers and mentors out there just doing incredible work, and they had built this massive following, resonating with people in beautiful ways and doing incredible work. And honestly, there was a part of me that felt very vulnerable. But having said all that, I worked through it, and through some amazing conversations that I've had with my colleagues and mentor, like I I realized that it's perfectly okay for me to feel the way that I do, and that I just honestly needed to be compassionate with myself and recognize that exactly where I am today serves a purpose, and it adds value to someone that's out there. And having been through this transition that's very fresh, very new, what I needed to focus more on is sharing my journey every step of the way more openly, and allowing you guys to see that vulnerability in me, because guys, I'm human too, and I'm learning this every step of the way, and that's okay. So what this place of vulnerability has been teaching me is, for one, it's allowing me this opportunity to be honest with you guys in terms of what I'm feeling and this various stages of my journey in this transition phase of my life. But also it's teaching me that feeling vulnerable can also be one of the greatest sources of strength and courage. So here's what I'm going to do. If you feel guided to work with me, you resonate with me, and you need that help to remove any anxiety that you feel and finally take advantage of this time where we're all slowing down, we're all forced to slow down, and you want to finally prioritize your healing needs, send me a direct message and we'll get our first session scheduled. We'll determine, whether Reiki might be a good fit for you, or any of the shamanic ceremonies that I offer may be helpful for you. But we'll figure out a plan to help you get started in your healing journey, help you connect with your heart center, and set you up to realize how truly magnificent and powerful you really are. So when we all get out of this current chaos, there will be more people that are awakened and healed and ready to thrive than ever before. And honestly, guys, that's what being on this path is all about. And to me, it was never about the money. And I don't ever want anyone to feel like they can't work with me because they can't afford my services. That's the bottom line. I can't help it, guys. It's just something that's just coming so deeply from my heart, and I feel like it's the right thing to do. So it's one of those things where I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's energy exchange that feels good for you. Energy exchange that feels right for you. It could be in any amount that you're comfortable with. It could be a thank you note. It could be an update email. It could be a testimonial. It could be anything. But the greatest gift for me is being able to be of service to others, and especially during this time where there's so much uncertainty, just being able to work with each of you, human to human, soul to soul, honestly feels like the right thing to do, and that's what I feel guided to do. So let me know your thoughts. I look forward to hearing from many of you. I hope that this removes any barrier or hesitation that you may have felt. And if you feel guided to work with me, I'm here. If you know someone that you think would be interested in this offer, share share, like, comment, reach out, and so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I hope that this can be helpful in your time of need, and just know that as humans, we always have each other, and more importantly, just recognizing the importance of going within, connecting with yourself, and keeping faith, no matter what that might be for you as individuals. So take good care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.